Namaskrityam naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam mudirayet. Before reciting Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisance unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana, unto Narayan Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Nishtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati tamashloke bhaktir bhavati nishtaki. By regular attendance in the classes on Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam and by rendering service unto the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the personality of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact. Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Namaha Pankajanaabhaya Namaha Pankajamaline Namaha Pankajanitraya Namaste Pankajangriye Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Namastubhyam Bhagavate Purushaya Mahiyase. What's that? Sarvabhuta Nivasaya Vasudevaya Sakshini. Hare Krishna. Anyone else remembers the verse? Who got a chance to learn it? Who has learned? Raise your hand if you learned this verse. Text 29, chapter 16. No one? Everyone? Someone? Yes, Kashish Mataji. Yes, Kashish Mataji, please try.
Namastubhyam Bhagavate Purushaya Mahiyase Sarvabhuta Nivasaya Vasudevaya Sakshine. Hare Kṛṣṇa.
Thank you. Very nice. Anyone else learned it? It's like Krishna's visiting card. Right? First we offer obeisance unto that Supreme Person who is the Mahapurusha. Now visiting card has his address, Nivas. Where does he live? Sarvabhuta Nivasaya. And what's his occupation? Someone says I'm a doctor, someone says I'm an engineer. Krishna says I am Vasudevaya Sakshini. I'm the witness. So please try to learn. So we were reading Canto 8, Chapter 16. We read till text number 30 yesterday. And we were discussing about the different processes which Kashyap Muni is telling his good wife, Mata Aditi, to follow the rules and regulations of Payo-vrata. Payo means milk, and it means to regulate one's senses and do what? Do the process of archana or archayed Aravindaksha, to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead who has lotus eyes. So, and then different mantras were shared. We discussed one of them. So let's keep moving to the next verse, text number 31. We did till text number 30, yes. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namo Dvi Shirshne Tripade Chato Shringaya Tantave Saptahastaya Yagyaya Trayi Vidyatmane Namaha. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. I offer my respectful obeisance unto you, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who have two heads, Prayaniya and Udayanaya, three legs, Savana Traya, four horns, the four Vedas, and the seven hands, the seven chandas, such as Gayatri. I offer my obeisance unto you, whose heart and soul are the three Vedic rituals, Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda, Upasana Kanda, and who expand these rituals in the form of sacrifice. Hare Krishna. So there is no purport, but Lord Vishnu in the form of sacrifice or Yajna Purusha is described here. So the two heads, three legs, four horns, seven hands, and the soul of the three Vedic rituals. So Yajna Purusha or sacrifice. Vasudeva Paramakha Vasudeva Para Veda. There is no purport, so we'll keep moving. Unless anyone else wants to add anything here. Three legs are referred to as the three periods of day here. Four horns are the four Vedas. And the two heads, the Prayanya and Udayanya, are the introduction and the conclusion of Yajna. Basically the starting and the ending of Yajna. So in short, everything is an expansion, or kind of like how sometimes we link the universal form, the upper planets, like his to the body of the Supreme Lord, the lower planets, etc., sun, moon, his eyes, etc., like that. Okay, next verse, text 32. Would someone like to read who hasn't got a chance to read?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I can read.
Yes, please.
Dandavat Pranam, text 32. Namah Shivaya Rudraya, Namah Shaktidharaya Cha, Sarva Vidyadhipataye, Bhutanam Pataye Namaha. Translation and purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, Lord Shiva or Rudra, who are the reservoir of all potency, the reservoirs of all knowledge, and the master of everywhere. Purport. It is the system for one to offer obeisances unto the expansion or incarnation of Lord. Lord Shiva is the incarnation of ignorance, one of the material modes of nature. So here Prabhupada is saying that Lord Shiva is the incarnation of Lord in mode of ignorance, and mode of ignorance is one of the material mode of nature. Others two are mode of goodness and mode of passion. So Lord Vishnu comes in mode of passion, and Lord Brahma comes in the mode of Lord Brahma comes in mode of passion, and Lord Vishnu comes in the mode of goodness. And I think that is explained in the Avtara section, like Yuga Avtara. Okay, Prabhu, thank you.
Guna Avtara. Yes, Guna Avtaras.
Okay, thank you.
Satagun, Rajagun, Tamagun. Thank you, Mataji. And tomorrow, as we know, is Shivaratri. So we can remember Lord Shiva as the best amongst the devotees. Vishnavanam Yatha Shambhu and His Grace Pran Govind Prabhu explained this Shiva Tattva in the three forms or the three Tattvas, as Vishnu Tattva, as the marginal Tattva or Shiva Tattva, and as the Jiva Tattva. So it's very, very complex to understand that, but he explained it so nicely. So yes, we can pray that we can get more attraction to the lotus feet of Lord Krishna, and we can get more love towards chanting, reading, hearing. That's the best prayer to ask from Lord Shiva. Not asking for giving a good wife or a good husband like other materialistic people, or for those who may be married in wealth or other material things. These are not the things which Lord Shiva is, is like going to someone who is qualified to give millions and millions, asking him peanuts. Not the right thing. So we should ask the right thing from the right person. These are pure devotees. We should ask for pure bhakti, nothing less. Okay, text 33. Yes, Venkateshwari Mataji. And then Sampada Mataji can do it.
Prabhuji, pronounce. This is Jyoti. Text 33. नमो हिरण्यगर्भाय प्राणाय जगदात्मने योगैश्वर्य शरीराय नमस्ते योगहेतवे. Translation and purpose by His Divine Grace, Bhai Charana Ravinda, Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, who are situated as Hiranyagarbha, the source of life, the super soul of every living entity. Your body is the source of opulence of all mystic power. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Thank you, Prabhuji. Over to you.
Thank you, Mataji. So referring here, praying to different incarnations or expansions of the Supreme Lord. First praying to Lord Shiva, and here praying to Lord Brahma. Prabhupada mentions in the word to word here, Brahma, the four-headed Brahma. You remember Pran Govind Prabhu shared this bhajan? Chaturmukhi Brahma bole, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Panchamukhi Shiva bole, Rama Rama Hare Hare. The four-headed Brahma. The four heads of Brahma are also the four hills of Barsana Dham, because he wanted to become a dust, to get the dust of the lotus feet of the devotees, like so. Okay, let's see what else. Yes, Sampada Mataji, want to read?
Hare Krishna. Namasta Devaya Sakshi Bhutaya Te Namaha Narayanaya Rishaye Naraya Haraye Namaha. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, who are the original personality of Godhead, the witness in everyone's heart, and the incarnation of Nara Narayan Rishi in the form of a human being. O personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Thank you, Prabhuji. Back to you.
Thank you. So we discussed this witness in everyone's heart, Sakshi Bhutaya Te Namaha. Kind of similar to what we read, Sarva Bhutaya Nivasaya and Sakshine, Vasudevaya Sakshine. So quite similar Sakshi Bhutaya Te Namaha. Adi Devaya is the original personality of Godhead, or the original. Adi means the original, or the primeval. Narayanaya Rishi. And Narayan Rishi, right? We talk about Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudira. So quite similar words, offering obeisance to the incarnation of Narayan Rishi in the form of human being. So let's see. Anyone else wants to read text 35?
Yeah, I can read.
Yes, please, Prabhu.
Text 35. Hare Krishna, everyone. Namo Markata Sayama Vapuse Digita Shriye Kesavaya Namastubhyam Namaste Pita Vasase. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. My Lord, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, who are dressed in yellow garments, whose bodily hue resembles the Marakata gem, and who have full control over the goddess of fortune. O my Lord Keshava, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Thank you, Prabhu. Back to you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. So, again, beautiful aspects about the Lord. His qualities are mentioned. So, his body represents the Markata Shama Vapu. Vapu means body, right? So, it's like a bluish, blackish Markat gem. His body's complexion. Adhigata Shriye, who is the master or the controller of Mother Lakshmi. Lakshmi Sahasrasta Sambramase Vimano is Lakshmi Pati, Lakshmi Narsimha, Lakshmi Narayana. Keshavaya, the killer of Keshi demon. And what else? Pita Vasase. Vasa here refers to garment. Pita means pila or yellow. Can anyone tell any other verse where this word comes, or kind of similar usage of this word comes?
Vastru.
Yeah, you told a word. I'm looking for a verse. Vastra is a verse from Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, any other holy scriptures. And I'll tell you, it's a very famous verse.
The verses we chanted in the Adhik Mas,
Yeah.
Purushottam, there were 2 verses.
Hare Krishna. Pitambaram dharam deham saradam purushottam. I just remember one line, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Vasamsi jirnani yatha vihaya. Who knows that verse? Anyone knows?
वासासि जीर्णानि यथा विहाय नवानि गृह्णाति नरोपराणि तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णानि नन्याति संयाति नवानि देहि.
Very nice. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, this comes. Vasansi jirnani yatha vihaya. So vasansi there means clothes, the garments, right? As the garments become old, jirna, Janmrityu Jara Jirna. As the garments become old, Vansansi Jirnani Yatha Vihaya. We give up those old garments. Would anyone like to keep very old, rotten, torn garments? No, we're happy to give them away or just trash them or use them for mopping, correct? We don't like to wear garments with holes and stuff. And then what do we do? Navani grinanti naroparani. We get new garments or replace them with better ones. Similarly, tatha sharirani vihaya jirnani. In a similar way, tatha, in the same way, sharirani jirnani. The sharira, also when the body gets old, anyani samyati navani dehi. New body. The soul accepts a new body. So Pita Vasa, Vansanti Jirnani. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, this comes. But that was an interesting verse you mentioned. I couldn't recollect that one. Pitambara Ramdev. Kashish Mataji was sharing that verse. Govardhanam Dharam Vande, is that one?
Yes, Prabhu.
Gopala Gokula Swamisham Govindam Gopika. Is that one?
This was the second verse. I just remember one line. Pitambaram dharam devam saratam purushottamam govardhanam dharam vande.
Gopala Goparupinam.
Yes. Govardhana dharam vande gopalam goparupinam pitambara dharam devam saradam purushottamam.
Gopika Priyam Vande Navagraha Shama Dvibhujam Muralidharam Pitambaram Dharam Devam Saradham Purushottamam.
Very nice. Yes, there Pita Ambar comes. So Ambar also that there. But yeah. So thank you for sharing that as well. So let's keep moving to the next verse, text 36. Anurag Prabhu, would you like to read?
Yeah, Prabhuji.
Please.
So like the English version or the?
Yeah, first we'll read the Sanskrit, wherever you want to read, Hindi or Sanskrit or English Sanskrit, and then the translation.
Tava sarvam vardah pusham pumsam varni vardar sarbha adaste shreyas dhirya padarinam upaste. So, O most exalted and worshipable Lord, best of those who bestow benediction, you can fulfill the desire of everyone, and therefore those who are sober for their own welfare worship the dust of your lotus feet.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
So many wonderful adjectives are used for the Supreme Lord. Tvam, you, Sarva Varada Pumsam. Varada. Da means to give. Vara means benediction. Vardhan. Krishna knows Varadraj. So he can give all benedictions. Varadam Bhavashobhane. So many verses are there for all living beings. Pumsam. And what else? Varenya. He is the most worthy of worship. He is worshipable. And then the best bestower of benedictions. Varada Rishabha. Rishabha basically means the king also. or most powerful of all givers of benedictions. So some may give some good health, good wealth, good wife, good this. These are not the most powerful benedictions. Or they cannot, like demigods are not Varadarishabha. They're not the most powerful of all the givers of benediction. Krishna is the most powerful because he can give the benediction of um, uplifting the soul from the cycle of birth and death. That's the biggest thing. And what else? Shriyasi, the source of all auspiciousness. So therefore, one must take shelter of Krishna's lotus feet, the dust of his lotus feet. Pada means dust, Pada means feet, Renu means dust. So Pada Renu Upasate, one must take shelter of the dust of Krishna's lotus feet. Okay. 37, would someone like to read? Anyone who hasn't got chance to read? Yes, Subrat Prabhu.
Anvartant yam deva svisvisa tatpada padmaya priyahanta iva modam bhagavaname prasidantam. Translation: all the demigods as well as the goddess of fortune engage in the service of his lotus feet. Indeed, they respect the fragrance of those lotus feet. Many of the Supreme Personality of Godhead be pleased with me. Thank you for the bhakti.
So, very, very insightful verse here. All the demigods, as well as the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi Sahasrasya Sambrama Sevyaman. Thousands, not just one Lakshmi, thousands of goddess of fortune are waiting to serve, to engage in the service of whose lotus feet? Krishna's lotus feet, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And not just all the demigods also. So basically, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is worshipped, and we see that in multiple pastimes. In this canto, we are seeing that from the very, very beginning, how the demigods were troubled by so many times by the demons, then they needed help to pick up the mountain, then they needed help because their kingdom is in danger, their mother is asking for help, they're always asking for help, but because they take shelter of Krishna's lotus feet. So we should also take shelter of Krishna's lotus feet and appreciate, respect the fragrance of those lotus feet. Okay. 38. Would someone like to read? 38. Anyone? Yes, Nandini. Mataji, please.
Dandat Pranam, please accept my humble obeisances. Ete mantre Rishikesham Avahana Puraskritam Archayet Shraddhaya Yuktaha Padyopasparsha Nadibhi. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Kashyapa Muni continued by chanting all these mantras, welcoming the Supreme Personality of Godhead with faith and devotion, and offering him items of worship such as Padya and Arghya. One should worship Keshava, Rishikesha, Kṛṣṇa, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Dandavats.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So, text number 29 to 37, Kashyap Muni is giving the mantras to be chanted. And basically, all the mantras were for the Supreme Personality of Godhead or his incarnations to remember Lord Krishna. And now he is giving some other rules and regulations to be followed. And by chanting these mantras, welcoming the Supreme Lord with faith. So basically, making that deity, we remember, because he told to worship whom? He told, Kashyap Muni told to worship whom?
Krishna.
Yes. Very nice. Arvindaksha, remember? Archayed Arvindaksha. So the first step is welcome. Swagatam Suswagatam. When we welcome the deities with faith and devotion. And this is done in every time. There is deity installation or welcoming the deities So just think about Krishna is a person. If a guest comes to your home, what will be the first step? You'll welcome the guest, right? And then give some articles. You may give some water, you may give some straw mat, asana to sit, or in modern day sofa, right? Based on time, place, and situation. You'll not let your guest keep standing, correct? For 2 hours. So, Arghya, we recently did the Abhishek, so this was done. Also, Arghya is also til and tulsi leaves and rose water, the 5 ingredients, so we mix that. Padya is like the sandals. So there are different the articles of worship. What is the main article in the deity worship process? You can tell. What's the main article? Why for deity worship process? These are all articles such as, they're not all inclusive, they're multiple. So what's the
Bhakti.
Bhakti, very nice. We read that in this chapter as well. And the famous verse, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yome Bhaktya Prayachati. So all these articles, whether we are offering chamar, whether we are offering naivedya, bhoga, whether we are offering, lamp or incense or water, arghya, padya, asana, any article we are offering, it should be done with faith and devotion. Welcoming the Lord with faith and devotion. These are the main things. Otherwise, it's just a movement of some article. So in that movement of articles, we should not forget the Shraddha with faith and devotion, or Bhakti. Yukta, Shraddha, Yukta. It should be combined with, all those articles should be combined with Bhakti. Then Krishna will accept, like Padya, Arghya, Asana, Chamara, Dhupa, Deepa, Naivedya, Achamana, Punarachamana, Madhuparka. So many articles are there we should offer. But the main article is Shraddhaya Yukta. All these articles should be coupled with Shraddha. Then Krishna will accept it. Any other comments anyone has? Okay, 39. Who hasn't got chance throughout the week, has not read even once?
I can read. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, you said about the quiz today, right?
Oh, yes, I said. You want to have quiz? Who all want to have quiz today?
I just gave you a reminder, Prabhu.
But it's wait.
Okay. Okay, then we can have the quiz today. So get ready with your gadgets. That means you would need a second gadget to answer. And I will get ready to share the pin with you. Go to kahoot.it. So the quiz is for chapter 13, 14, and 15. Okay, so you can join with this pin. Don't worry, even if you have not studied, you'll get something out of it. Lakshay is so eager to join. With a trademark he's joining, huh? Lakshay TM. What's your trademark, Lakshay? What's your company about? You want to share, Lakshay? What does 8 mean? You are 8 years old?
The 8 is for the number, the roll number that you gave me for the Bhagavata class.
Wow, you're so sincere. 8. Tell me something about number 8. Is there anything spiritual about number 8?
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know? Who can tell something spiritual about the number 8 while everyone is joining? Yes, Sampada Mataji?
Lord Krishna was the eighth son of Devaki Mata.
Okay, very nice. Anyone else?
And Lord Krishna appear on the Ashtami.
Ashtami, very nice. Krishna Janmashtami. Ashtami means 8. Anyone else wants to tell? Yes, Ashta Sakhis. Who knows the name of those 8 Sakhis? Nandini Mataji will share while everyone is joining. We're on mute, Mataji.
Lalita Vishakha, Indulekha Sudevi, Ranga Devi, Tunga Devi, and
Chitralekha.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Tunga Vidya Mataji.
Lakshay, you have to remember these 8 names. Will you remember now, next time?
Yes.
Good. Lalita Devi, Vishakha Devi, Champakalata, Ranga Devi, Sudevi, Indulekha, Tunga Vidya. Did I miss any? Anyone having difficulty in joining? Need more time? Has everyone joined? You have raised hands. So what does raising hand mean? You need more time. So thank you, Sampada Mataji, for putting it here for everyone, so Lakshay Prabhu can learn it. So Lakshay, now you know so many things with the number 8, right? Who can tell more things, more spiritual things for Lakshay for number 8?
Krishna has 8 principal wives.
8 principal wives, yes. Who can tell the names of those wives? How many you know?
Rukmini, Satyabhama, Jambavati, Kalindi, King Madrasa's daughter.
One was Lakshmana, right?
Yes, Prabhu, like Lakshmana.
Sampata Mataji is using Google. Google Guru. Rukmini, Satyabhama, Jambavati, Kalindi,
Nagnajit's daughter.
Nagnajiti,
Yeah.
Bhadra and Lakshmana. Yes.
Yeah, Bhadra and Lakshmana.
Okay, I think everyone has joined, so I'm going to start this. All the best. This is for chapter 15, 16, 15, 14 and 13. 13, 14, 15. Okay, the ultimate aim of Siddhi is... What's the ultimate aim of Siddhi? To become perfect in the Yoga Siddhis, to win over all the worlds, to become one with Lord, to achieve the favor of the Lord. Okay. To achieve the favor of the Lord, not to become one with the Lord. Okay, very nice. Yeah, 13 questions. Who, along with the sons of and the grandsons of Manus, enjoy the result of sacrifice? Demons, Lord, daughters and granddaughters of Manu, and demigods. Who enjoys this? Who, along with the sons and grandsons, enjoy the result of sacrifice? Manu Putra. Demigods. Yes, demigods also enjoy the results of sacrifice. We'll keep moving. In every yoga, the Supreme Personality of Godhead assumes the form of whom to preach the transcendental knowledge. This is a tricky one. But if you have said it, then you can answer. Siddhas, yes, this was a tricky one. Okay, next. This should be easy. Why Bali Maharaj became a disciple of Shukracharya? Because he taught him, because he gave him the nectar, because he gave him the nectar. Twice. Okay. Because he brought him back to life. Yes, because he had that special Mrit-Sanjeevani mantra. Okay, Indra maintains the living beings of all three worlds by what? Pouring sufficient rain, giving light, giving ghee. What does he do? Yes, Indra pours rains. Very nice. Subrat Prabhu is moving ahead. He wants to win this quiz before he goes to India, huh? Is that the goal? When he was offered in sacrifice, there appeared a celestial chariot. Somehow this chariot doesn't look celestial, but gold and silk. Okay. Akshay, wow. You got special blessings of the Ashtasakhi. They're moving up. Good job. You're halfway through. Bali Maharaj decorated with gold bangles and his ears with sapphire earrings shone like what? Sun, star, moon, or fire? fire. Worshipable fire. Yes, that's the correct answer. The Indra city was constructed by Lord Vamana, Bali Maharaj, Vishwakarma, or Parikshit Maharaj. Who constructed the Indra city? Or Indrapuri, which was very, very beautiful. Yes, Vishwakarma Dev. Wow, there is tough competition. How Bali Maharaj was able to attain Indra's kingdom? By blackmailing Indra, by achieving Brahmateja, by achieving blessings of spiritual master Brihaspati. I just ignored this Brihaspati here because Bali Maharaj's spiritual master was Shukracharya, so you can ignore the Brihaspati if you want to pick that. By achieving Brahmateja. Okay, not sure about that one. But I guess the one who answered it was sometimes I'll look into that. Indra is compared to be like sun, moon, roaring black clouds, and inhabiting the fire known as Samvartaka, pleasing fire known as Samvartaka. Yeah, Samvartaka is the, you remember we discussed annihilating Samvartaka clouds and Samvartaka fire at the time of annihilation. Okay, last 2-3 questions. By attaining spiritual power, what happens? Ordinary becomes dull, extraordinary becomes ordinary, one becomes Lord, ordinary becomes extraordinary. What happens? Yes, ordinary becomes extraordinary by getting the blessings of Guru and Brahmanas. Okay, the last 2 questions. Number 12, the Brahmana, descendants of Bhrigu, being very pleased, engaged in performing. So who are those? There's 2 blanks there, one here, one here. Who performed the Ashwamedh and how many yagyas? Yes, Bali Maharaj, 100 Ashwamedh yagyas. Number 13, the last, people get bewildered finding the Lord because they do not read Bhagavad Gita, they're busy in sense gratification, they read newspapers, and all of the above. Why do people get bewildered? News. There's nothing new in the news, right? It's old. Yes, that's correct. All of the above. So let's see who are the winners. Subrat Prabhu, the podium, Haribol. Number 2, Sampada, Mataji. Number 1, oh, see the power of blessings, Haribol. You did awesome, Sheikh. You got special blessings of everyone today. So therefore, you were at top. Good job. And congratulations to everyone for participating. And thank you for your eagerness to participate, to study. Kṛṣṇa must be very, very happy with your sincerity. And thank you, Kirti Mataji, for reminding. Otherwise, I would have forgotten. So, okay, so we will pause here and continue tomorrow with the next verses from 36 or 37, wherever we paused. Okay. So, Granthāraj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Purāṇa ki jai, Śrīla Prabhupāda ki jai, Samaveta Gaura Bhaktavrīnda ki jai. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripasindhubhya eva cha patitānām pāvanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Hare Kṛṣṇa. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.